I'm going back to the earth. I'm going back to the earth. I'm going back to work. I'm going back to the earth.
Now, give me your stick off now.
Oh my goodness me. Olivia, it was absolutely brilliant.
Hello, I'm Ken Jones, founder and CEO of the wonderful A-Team for Wildlife. We are a nonprofit who serve youth saving endangered species. I represent 17 prodigies of conservation from around the world and a team of adult professionals who back them up. We've come together to lead children in a movement to save endangered animals. A-Team for Wildlife is a super club for kids. Our message? To learn about wildlife and conservation, to share what we've learned with others, and to become active citizens, change makers, and youth leaders in our communities. It all starts with a child's innate love for animals. In the beginning, empathy for animals is the key that leads to engagement and evolves into a sense of responsibility for our communities and our natural resources. Why is the issue of species extinction so important? The answer is that it's foundational. There are many human needs that go wanting. However, meeting those needs may be in vain if the natural systems we depend upon for basic necessities like food, clean water, and livable habitat tip into severe imbalance. Now at a rate of at least 1,000 times the normal natural background rate, wildlife extinctions wreak havoc upon ecosystems and impoverish the web of life upon which we all depend. Without wildlife diversity, would human civilization even be possible? Looming species extinction has put Earth's biodiversity in crisis, and it is worsening daily. Shocking as it may be to hear, when combined with the loss of a stable climate, the extinction crisis is telling us that the natural foundation of our lives is beginning to fall apart. According to the IUCN, the world's authority on the status of species, 25% of all species are now in danger of extinction within the next 20 years. Would we really want to live in a world without the likes of lions and elephants, rhinos, and many others? Well, clearly then, the extinction crisis must become a priority. We must stop and reverse this horrific trend. Surely we want to preserve the beauty and the abundance of nature. I thank you for this opportunity to apply for your grant or sponsorship. I appreciate the fact you have a lot to review and other candidates to consider. So I imagine you'd like to get an idea as quickly as possible as to what we have to offer the community. Well, in a moment, I want to tell you a story, one that pulls at the heartstrings and demonstrates why we are here. Although A-Team for Wildlife is a very young organization, we are very well organized. First, I have a 52-page business plan. You probably don't want to read, but you do want to know that we have it. And we've also produced a 17-page abbreviated business plan, a 1-page business plan, don't laugh, it's really cool, a 2-page case statement document, an 8-page project summary on our school assembly program, a 10-page introduction to the A-Team for Wildlife document, and several sponsorship proposals. We have also created our general brochure, a school assembly program brochure for teachers, and a brochure for kids about membership. We have numerous flyers, handouts, posters, and many articles. Most have lots of beautiful photos, drawings, and charts, and all are available to you in PDF format upon request. We have also produced 5 anti-poaching public service announcements for television featuring Tarzan. We even have Tarzan on our board. Now, what other wildlife organization can say that? We also have created a fantastic website. It contains over 180 pages of wonderful content about 2 things for kids: wildlife and youth leadership. It contains articles, photos, audio files, video clips, documentaries, webcams, music videos, podcasts, blogs, and more. Our sources are among the best in the world, from popular and prestigious media producers like TED, BBC TV, National Geographic, World Wildlife Fund, IUCN, Animal Planet, and Scientific American. As you will discover on our website, our 8-member board and 5-member advisory council consists of professional conservationists, journalists, parents, and teachers. We have over a dozen associates and sponsors, other organizations and businesses who support our work and share our message. We have created a system for creating and nurturing local A-teams for kids to work with their friends to help wildlife. Initially, we created our International A-Team. This is a growing group of 17 special kids. They are prodigies of conservation, having already achieved amazing things. Collectively, our International A-Team members have already raised nearly $1 million for conservation, saved over 80,000 acres of habitat, appeared on national TV and TED Talks, won numerous awards, received over 40 million views on YouTube, spoken to the United Nations, and have received recognition from President Obama. They come from around the world, and they serve as our Youth Advisory Council. So what is this all about? Well, here is how it all started. I am the host of a conservation radio show for the internet, a podcast called Jungle Deep. One day I discovered an amazing YouTube video of a tiny little girl just 7 years old named Olivia Binfield, making a wonderful presentation about endangered animals on the Britain's Got Talent TV show. I marveled at her courage and determination to stand up for animals by walking out on that huge stage all by herself in front of thousands of people and reciting a poem she had written, which she did perfectly, with a boa constrictor wrapped around her neck no less. She received a standing ovation, and in 3 years since that event, her YouTube video has received over 40 million views. I thought that little girl has more courage than I've got and has reached more people than I ever will. I had to have her as a guest on my show. I did have her on my show, and come to find out that now at age 10 her passion for wildlife was strong as ever. After her appearance on Britain's Got Talent TV show, she was the center of attention and received offers and invites from many conservation groups. But shortly thereafter, Olivia was abandoned. She was left alone without knowing how to update the new website or having the passwords for the Facebook page they had set up for her. The conservation community quickly moved on to other things, and she was left without the help she needed and the encouragement she deserved. For 3 years, there was no way for Olivia to talk to her 40 million fans. This broke my heart. I felt strongly that this was wrong, and I soon learned that there were other youth champions of conservation around the world who needed support and guidance for their causes, too. I started the International A-Team, which quickly grew into the A-Team for Wildlife so as to include all children. These prodigies of conservation are perhaps the greatest asset of the conservation community. They are tomorrow's leaders of the conservation movement. We should value them and support them. They are also terrific role models. The International A-Team members inspire other kids to do positive things for wildlife. They teach and they motivate. They prove that kids can make a difference. Olivia and the 16 other champions are now supported by A-Team for Wildlife and in turn are supporting other children. From our birth, we have been a network of environmental efforts. The School Assembly Program. This is where you come in. The grant funds and donations we are currently seeking are to create the best presentation about saving endangered species ever conceived. The future belongs to all children. It is important that every school will want to host this endangered species program, so it has to be the best. The new version of our school assembly program, Saving Endangered Species, for which your support will be used, will be a high-tech multimedia stage show featuring a custom documentary film, computer-controlled animatronic characters, including a very bad poacher, a flying video drone, and some special effects. It is the right approach for this era of tech-savvy youngsters. For our program, no live exotic animals will be living in crates and transported day after day in vans like those suffering in most other wildlife presentations currently offered to schools. Our animals will be robots, and our animals will talk. Our summary document describes the details, but suffice it to say that with its Disney-like magic, our show will both thrill and educate the audience on the issues of habitat loss, the benefits of biodiversity, the threats of poaching, and the use of technology and engineering in conservation programs. Just as valuable, the program will showcase the achievements of children in conservation, our International Aid Team, the importance of empathy, and youth leadership. By these assemblies, we are going directly to the kids with this information and a call for them to engage actively in our youth effort to save endangered species. Half of the world's population are children. Imagine a future where the children of the world are determined to protect their planet's wildlife. Today's children are the next generation, and the last generation that can save many of the species of exotic animals that we all know and love, for time is running out.
I'm the next generation, and I want to save the rhinos.
I am the next generation.
I am the next generation.
We are the next generation.
We are the next generation. I am the next generation. We are the next generation.
With your help, A Team for Wildlife will take this unique stage show, Saving Endangered Species, to the next generation. To all the schools across the country so that all children can put their love for animals to work, saving endangered species and protecting the web of life. We need their help, and they want to help. Could it be that from the hearts of children the salvation of the world of nature could be found? Only with your help can we make this happen. Please partner with us to serve youth saving endangered species.